The killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
And on behalf of our entire killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you all to Orca Stadium. Being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We're proud of what we do, and it's a privilege for us to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from these amazing animals. Now, more than ever, we are honored to share our relationships with the whales and what we have learned with all of you. And now, SeaWorld proudly presents Orca Encounter!
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
demonstrating their incredible size, speed, power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired guests all over the world to care about their natural environment, and we're excited to share their story with all of you here today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today, we'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors help to strengthen their social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team is what makes the killer whale the ocean's top predator. Scientifically, they're known as the Orca and more commonly referred to as the killer whale. But here at SeaWorld, we know them as Delani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo, our killer whale family. SeaWorld's animal training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and ultimately care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us, and they even learn to take an active role in their very own health and well-being. One of the very first healthcare behaviors that we teach all of our pod members is called a fluke present, which we're going to get to see right here in our slide out in just a moment. What we do is we ask the whales, using hand signals, to roll over ventrally or upside down and present to us their tail flukes. Not only do we get a great look at their entire body, but we'll also get access to blood vessels that are easily seen on the white undersides of their tail flukes. And Makayo is heading over to our slide out right now to demonstrate this behavior. There he goes, rolling over upside down. Now our veterinarians will actually collect a blood sample at least once a month, and all the whales are taught to remain calm and relaxed just like this throughout the entire procedure. You may notice us as trainers giving them rub-downs on different parts of their bodies, whether it's on their backs, their pectoral flippers, or even their tail flukes. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, so this is one of the many ways that we can reward them or reinforce them for remaining calm during procedures just like this one. And it's also a great way for us to strengthen our relationships with the whales. But blood samples are just one of the many ways that we can ensure their health. Another very important diagnostic is weighing them. And to weigh a killer whale like Trua, who weighs in at over 8,000 pounds, we ask him to slide his body up and onto a giant killer whale-sized scale located in the back. When he slides up, there's a portion of his body, from his dorsal fin all the way down to his tail flukes, that remains in the water, called the peduncle. It's very muscular and very heavy. In fact, natural athletic abilities we see in all killer whales is the ability to lift their entire body up and out of the water, rotate completely, and then re-enter the water. But in this instance, to get a weight on Trua, to get that proper weight on Trua, all we have to do is ask him to lift his tail flukes up and out of the water, just like this. Training this posture enables us to ensure accuracy, so we know that our younger whales are growing properly and our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hello again, everyone. I'm down here on the left side of the stadium, and we just learned that killer whales love to play. In fact, they learn a lot through mimicry and observational learning, and from a very young age, they will pick up unnecessary life skills by watching and playing Follow the Leader. We're putting that to the test today with Makayo, Trua, and all of you guys. So, to help me out, everyone on the left side of the stadium, on your feet, you guys are gonna be the leader, and Makayo is gonna be following you. So, what I want you guys to do is keep your hands to your sides, and when I say 1, 2, 3, go, I want everyone to spin around in a circle 2 times. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! And stop! Because he's got it! Well done, everyone, and welcome, Makayo. You guys did great. You all can take a seat again. Now you may have noticed that Makayo was paying very close attention to what you were all doing. Killer whales are curious animals and they can often be seen spy hopping or jumping completely out of the water. And speaking of which, I think it's time for a little bit more energy. Everyone on the right side, on your feet, you guys have a different hand signal. You're gonna take both of your pointer fingers out in front of you and throw them over your left shoulder on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go! Nicely done, everyone. Trua saw it and he is on his way. Now, killer whales will breach for a number of different reasons. Sometimes it's to stun their prey. Sometimes it's to scratch and itch. But more often than not, they'll breach just simply to show off. So here comes Trua showing off. Welcome to the sub-zone. There's more where that came from. But let's give it up one more time for all of you, Trua and Makayo. As you can see, killer whales are amazing athletes and they eat several hundred pounds of food every single day. In the wild, their diets are completely dependent on where they live and the time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some of those killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
For the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful,
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one.
One choice.
One positive act.
One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Follow SeaWorld on Facebook and Instagram.